afternoon. Once again, it's Friday in the PM. And you know, it's interesting the way the weather shapes up in Chicago. You know, a few days ago, it was just scorching, burning up. Lo and behold, we come to today. I get up and I tell you the weather was kind of mild, but coolish mild. Cool and mild. So I guess that's the way it is, and that's the way we have to do it.
I can search the web for. I'll call in Miles.
Yep. I'm trying to get this thing off. But it's good to be here, and it's good to be with you every Friday at this time of day, and I am just excited. I'm excited and delighted because I am on what we call a summer recess. For many members of Congress, that means that they try to catch up on things that they've neglected to do. Some of them go and try to learn things about other countries. They go on coattails. Some do the logical thing, that is, they take a vacation and spend time with their families and friends. Others just keep working as though the recess didn't mean anything other than the fact that they're not doing legislative work, but they are doing programmatic in some instances. And if you have a district like mine, you're doing as much problem solving as you can do because many of the people have a large number of problems. And of course, they go where they think they can get help. They come to my office, although the problems might more directly relate to an alderman's office. Or they come to my office even though the problems might relate more to a state representative or a state senator's office, or maybe even a county board member's office. But they come wherever they think they can get some service and wherever they think that they can get some help. And my office has a long history of reputation that if you come to Congressman Davis's office, he'll try to do something with your issue. Some of them are real tough. Some of them are issues that have long been passed. But we do try and do the best that we can. And we try and provide as much service as we can. But we also do programmatic things. Beginning next week, I will begin a round of town hall meetings, basically in the western suburbs, in places like Maywood, Bellwood, Broadview, Hillside, Oak Park, River Forest, Berkeley. And we'll do that next week. We will do several of those, and then we'll do some more the next week. And we will keep working on our programmatic things. First thing would be our annual back-to-school picnic and parade. Even though it's fun and frolicking, but it really is about education. And so we try and do as many things as we can to motivate, stimulate, and activate young people to dig in the books. Study as hard as you can. Try to learn as much as you can. We are fast into a technology and I will say service kind of economy. And if you don't know how to do either one of those, oftentimes work is going to pass you up. Although we do come in contact every once in a while with jobs, and we have a full-fledged job development activity in terms of a person who's trying to assist individuals to find jobs, to find work, to get a place to live, to get a referral to this, that, or something else. So we do a great deal of that. You can give us a call anytime that you like at 312-738-1060, and we'll try and respond to your inquiry. But we have coming up on August the 19th, the third Saturday in August, our annual back-to-school picnic and parade, which will be the 39th time that I will have done this. And we've done it for 39 years, and we've had thousands and thousands and thousands of young people, as well as adults, Boy Scout troops, and others to participate. If you are interested in knowing more about it, give us a call at 773-533-7520, and someone can tell you how to hook up, how to connect, and how to be a part of this great educational activity that we will do in Columbus Park. We also have our State of the African American Male Conference coming up. It's going to be September 8th and 9th at the University of Illinois, Chicago, at its Forum campus at Roosevelt and Halsted Streets. We will have some of everything that you can think of talked about, available, and discussed. And without a doubt, we are calling all men and boys. We would prefer that the boys at least be 12 years old that you bring. But if they come younger than that, we'll deal with them too. But African American males is going to be the topic of conversation. And just because you are a female doesn't mean that you can't come. Please come if you're interested and be a part, and we'll go right ahead and provide that same information to you. We will call on the line. I'm going to go to the phone. Caller, are you there?
Hello?
Yes, caller.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
All right. How you feel, Congressman Davis?
Doing good.
Okay. I want to know, are you the Democrats and the Republicans in the House, have they come together with a bipartisan solution on the health care bill?
Well, Democrat or Republican does not necessarily shape one's position on health care. I believe that health care should be a right and not a privilege. And I believed that and worked toward that long before I ever got elected to any office. And I am a Democrat, and Democrats as a group helped to put forth the Affordable Care Act and to get it passed. Republicans did not vote for it, were not in favor of it. And since it's been set up, we've had 23 million or more people who've had access to health care who didn't have it before. And the Republicans are trying everything and have tried everything under the sun to get rid of what they call Obamacare. I call it the Affordable Care Act.
What is their big reason for to replace and repeal the Affordable Care Act? I mean,
I
why
hate
is
to
it that
say
you want?
this, but I think it's true. many of them feel that the government is too involved in making decisions that help people who need help. The big thing that they want to do about health care is take some of the money from Medicaid out of the system. Medicaid pays for people when they got to go into a nursing home. I don't know any person who could afford to stay in a nursing home for years and years and years, paying for it out of their own pocket at the rate of $200 and some a day. I just don't know anybody.
I don't know either.
I mean, so Medicaid pays for that. Medicaid pays for people who are disabled and have disabilities. Medicaid pays to have them treated. Now, I admit that Medicaid does pay for some people who don't have all of these issues and problems, and the Affordable Care Plan pays for them also. There are other people who just don't want that to happen. As a matter of fact, some of the poorest people in the country live in states where they talk against Medicaid, like in Kentucky, as an example, where the head of the Republican Senate lives and comes from. So it's hard for me to understand the logic that some people use when they vote. So we're going to fight to the finish to hold on to the Affordable Care Act and to make sure that our people in this country have access to health care.
Okay, Congress, I got one more quick question.
Okay.
And it's about me. Okay, I want to know, will this affect me then? Because I'm on Social Security disability, but I don't get Medicaid, but I get Medicare.
Some of them even want to cut Medicare. I'm saying not as many, because Medicare is age related first in terms of one being old enough. Then, if you've got a disability, Medicare will also, in some instances, help pay for your care. So senior citizens are in trouble to some degree, not in as much trouble as some other segments of the population, but they say that government is spending too much money. And so rather than getting money to spend, they would rather stop spending as much money, give tax breaks to the wealthiest people in this country, and say that's going to solve the problem. That's their philosophy, that's their feeling, and that's one of the things that separates Democrats from Republicans.
I understand that. I just don't understand why they're so greedy. They love to help the people that can afford it, but not the ones that can't.
Right on, we call it helping the greedy and not the needy. A Robin Hood in reverse. That is, you take from the poor and give to the rich.
Right.
I'm not about that. I will never be about that. And I'm going to represent low and moderate income people until the day I die.
Well, you've been doing it for a long time. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll go to our next caller. Caller, are you there?
How you doing, Connie Davis?
I'm fine, James. How are you?
Okay, Donald Trump. Okay, like I said, Donald Trump is a dangerous man, and they don't know who they're dealing with. But Connie Davis, the media also is dangerous, and the media is dangerous, just like Donald Trump. And the media, when people get on the media, they don't know who they're dealing with in the media.
Well, let me just say this
like
about. Let me say this about The
Like
media.
Donald Trump, what Donald Trump doing, the media's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I be saying, God help us all.
Well, some of the media,
Yep. And
that
then
is people,
every time they talk about Donald Trump, it's going out to everybody, and the media, and and they always talk about they always talk about the gang. I don't hear Donald Trump or the media always talk about they always talk about gang related. But what about police related shooting? And the media do not say that, or Donald Trump. So he's the president. He don't even say that. And I don't hear the media saying police related. But if it be a gang banger, they gonna say gang related or something. The media, just like Donald Trump, they is dangerous too. The people in the media, just like Donald Trump, is dangerous.
well, I certainly would say that Mr. Trump does not project a position of being in favor of equal treatment for low and moderate income people. Thank you very much, James, for your call, and we'll go to our next caller. Caller, are you there?
Hi, sir. How you doing this week, Congressman? This is Ray.
Yeah, how you doing?
Oh, fine. You always look, you're looking mighty damper today. I don't know what's with you. The older you get, the better you're looking. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I thought I'd wear my
Maybe the
dark-colored
Congress is
shirt.
good for you. Maybe the Congress is good for you. Listen, you talking about, everybody's got to get to work together. Why don't you, the alderman, the Cook County Commissioner, the state representative, all of those people get together and you lead them into a plan for Chicago. Because separate, you all have a different plan. It sounds the same, but it's all different. That's crazy. And I want to say this about you said Trump, Mr. Trump. That's our president. Even though I didn't go for Obama, I always call him President Obama.
All right.
And the one thing I want to know is why? Why does there so many murders here in Chicago? We got to stop this. Come on. Let's get this beautiful city of ours back, Congressman.
All right. I think we do that when we create an environment of mental health where people feel good about themselves, feel good about their neighbors, feel good about the city in an overall way. And I'm certainly in favor of doing that. I also agree with your first question or notion. Unity is the greatest level of strength that any group can have. So I would love to see, if you're talking about African Americans or even beyond, aldermen, state representatives, state senators, all come together kind of under one umbrella. We call it the big tent, and be in accord with each other on something. I mean, if a group that is unified is so powerful until it's almost hard to imagine. So thank you very much. Let me take our next call. Caller, are you there?
Yes, Congressman, and listen, it's a great day to be on God's green earth, and I love the beginning of your speech, that many people come to you for help. Well, this is for Ray, and I hope he's listening, still listening. I hope President Donald Duck will come to your office and ask for some help. This man is truly out of his mind. I mean, some of the things that he says is just horrible. He complained about Obama being off on vacation, and this man is always on vacation. But not just that. If you don't do what he say, he's going to come after you. Now he's mad at his own party because they did not pass anything. Listen to me. I think this man should be able to be. I wish the house or somebody, somebody will force this man to lay on a couch and let's see, is he really mentally fit to take this position? Because sometimes I think he is definitely Donald Duck. And poor Tweety Pie, I know he don't know what he want to do. Session just running around right now. I guess we are living in something that whoever, I've been on this earth for a very long time. I ain't never seen no mess ever like this, ever. And I don't think we probably will ever see it again. So listen, Donald Duck, if you're listening, go to the congressman's office, ask him for some help, and see can somebody help you. Congressman, I want to thank you so much for taking this call. And Ray, I hope you heard everything that I said.
All
Y'all have a
right.
great night.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And, there are so many wonderful things going on. I was looking at an announcement that Loretta Hospital is having its 7th annual Fitness Fun Fest. And that's going to be held on Saturday, August the 26th, from 11 o'clock to 2. And let me tell you, there's nothing wrong with running and jumping and playing and exercising, kicking up your heels. It makes your body more relaxed, and it makes you live longer. So be engaged. Go over to Loretta and see what their annual wellness health fair is about, August the 26th. Caller, are you there?
Yes, good evening.
Yes.
Congressman Davis, I think you kind of did a disservice to the first caller. He called in with his question. And first of all, there are differences. When you have Medicare, you pay a premium. The Medicare premium in 2017 is $134. If you go back about 10 years ago, people who got onto Medicare then pay about $104. But on Medicaid, no one pays a premium. So the system is open to a great deal of fraud. When you don't pay anything for something, sometimes you try to extract the maximum amount out of it. There's a lot of people out there, and there have been so many documented cases of doctors and certain healthcare providers conspiring with individuals, and Medicaid fraud is phenomenal.
And they keep getting caught. I mean, they keep getting caught and put in prison and jail.
Some of them do, and that's a great thing. But there's one thing I would like to point out. You have doctors who have clinics, and there's a model program where there's over 600 clinics that they charge $50 a month for an adult and $10 a month for children. Now, if you could, get together with the people in a bipartisan fashion and just suggest that people start at a younger age who need health care, paying something into the system, just paying something. I think you'd get a lot of mileage out of that. And I think that's the main concern. Whenever you have an entitlement program and so many people get on, that's a disincentive for a lot of younger people who aren't well motivated. And, I paid a lot of insurance money over the years when I was working because I always, had insurance to work, which I paid for. But I didn't get any benefit out of it. I wasn't in the hospital or anything. But as life goes on, you get a little bit older. But you learn lessons when you pay something, a proportionate amount. So again, I do think that a lot of people don't understand the difference between Medicare and Medicaid. And again, I would encourage you to work with anyone on a committee or something to at least make some suggestions that doesn't sound like you're just dumping on people.
I tell you what we'll do. I've got a bunch of town halls coming up, and I'll make sure we have some experts at some of those that can pinpoint and clarify the differences
from various
between
backgrounds, I hope.
Yep, we'll start doing that next week.
All right.
Okay, thank you for your call. You make some very valid points, and that's what we hope this show will stimulate. Of course, our time is about out, We've got 1 second. Have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful week, and we'll see you next Friday.